To play, you don't want to put the ball immediately on the net because that block is really difficult to get through. 3 meters off, hard to...
The serve in the air, Orge goes back, Vargas! Over Doug. Outside, Karkert, there's the 1-2 punch that we've become so familiar with.
Melissa Vargas got in the team. She kind of shifted her way to outside, so she's learned this brand. Her own side.
Ishikawa's serve, powerful, goes at Karkert. Really nice, what a dig! That's a fantastic dig by Fukudome.
Air kick, one of the smaller. She can't afford, especially when that ball's way high and out of system, to swing straight in.
Ball over the top by air kick, picked up. Yoshino, and then finished through the middle. Well done by Shimamura. In the center of the serve receive, they continue. Vargas. Whip of an arm, that's the power.
Of her libero to take the ball. It works out fine, and Vargas doing what she does well.
Bus. Pass is perfect. Vargas on the floor. Karkert, that's where she feels at home. Pass and then to the middle.
Just feed her hitter that's made the mistake. She'll give that ball right back to her, and Ari can commit block almost on that.
Ooh, absorbed by Fukudome, but out. Down the line, the passing of Japan is allowing them to run whatever they'd like.
Yeah, you just don't know where to serve. Is obviously phenomenal, but there just aren't any weak zones. And this ball, like we mentioned, they'll sprinkle in some backcourt like this, and the block.
Daniel Santarelli always has a lot front line right now for Turkiye. In a way, a smaller front line could help rather than having the ball
earlier on Turkey side.
On the joust, Malach. There she is to the side. Yoshino off hands, picked up, great up. Another opportunity for Japan. And through the middle, Ishikawa. Pass is perfect, Uzbai goes to the middle.
Great timing by Gunesh. You see how she's up in the air, almost just waiting for that from her setter. You have to use that kind of...
Pass is perfect. All options available, and Gunesh ends it.
She's only at 37%, 2 attack points per match on average. I think they could use her a lot more.
Solid dig from the back line, quick behind. Yoshino unloads cross court.
Great court vision. Look at the timing of the blockers of Turkey. That's pretty much pitch. Not enough.
To the middle again, turned the other way. Picked up as it dabbled on the net. Yoshino, tight ball, just a tough one all around. Melissa Vargas from the end line again. Power. Yoshino, send it back. Vargas gets to serve again.
And that's...
Outside. No question about that one from Erkek. Erkek again, averages over 8 points per match through the preliminary rounds. So pretty, coming behind for that kill. Ande Baladine, first serve of the second set. Out to Ishikawa, off hands as we have seen. Gunesh, she worked hard to get around that ball long. Ishikawa had a service run in the first set. Hop back in. Here's a free ball to Turkiye. Uzbay goes outside. That's been the hot hand as of late. Well, as a middle blocker, I know you liked the end of that.
Yeah, he's given a lot.
Ganesh continues to serve. Kojima, a little bit of trouble. Back set. I love the way she finishes.
Inside a little bit.
Trouble ball going to the outside. Block is set up. Heidi with the dig. Yoshino, just too hot to handle.
The block.
Perfect pass. Yoshino again, just that block, it's solid. Shimamura digs. Watch the work that Kalach is doing. Yoshino, Kalach goes back and forth several times with the block.
What?
Preliminary rounds, here she is serving. Outside again. Air kick, just wide. Well received. Vargas, that's a ripper. Now at the service line. What a dig! Sliding underneath it so quickly. Here comes Wada. Back to Vargas. If you're Turkiye, you want to see more of that.
You can go up and get it.
Yoshino, that's the challenge when you're that far off. Arm. Yeah, she stands 1.82 meters. Changes speed, Orge on top of it. Those are the front. Back to Vargas. It's the angle at which that ball goes down that's so intimidating. We talked about her before, 19-year-old setter. Off hands, Orge brings it back. Here's Demir, goes to the middle. Akimoto, her first swing. Oh. Turkiye outlasting Japan in that rally.
A lot tougher, which means it's easier for their block.
Akimoto, this time with power. Brought back into the middle, and I love it. She's going to run the middle again. Akimoto this time off hands. Kalach able to cover. Perfect pass up to the net. All options available. A lot of swings coming out of that left side of arm. Air kick continuing to serve. More serve receive trouble. Akimoto off the block and out. The ball backing up. Kojima. Free ball. Air kick. Puts it on the money. Here, Utasu dug by Kojima. Kojima again. Ishikawa, that's why Manami Kojima in her pro season at League One Volleyball in the US, too late for Japan or not? A large lead still for Turkiye. And an attack out of the middle extends it even further. Powerful serve. Well passed, quick to ID in the middle. She's able to push it off the block. Uzbay immediately outside. Those balls coming up now. To the middle this time, you said it, Gunesh with the money shot. Ishikawa's serve, well passed. Go back to the same player as you had mentioned. Who's by outside. Air kick. Now it is set point, Turkiye.
How about Orge with the fly?
Gunesh serving for the set. Akimoto. Ball out, point Turkiye, and we are even at 1 set apiece in Atlas Arena. Oh, wait. Strong first touch.
On what they were using earlier on the pins. Now we'll see them use the backcourt a little bit. Gunesh being queen. Get her that ball high.
Looking to challenge because Poland has already. Fukudome slides in to grab that ball. Wada. We haven't seen as much of Wada as we typically do, considering she averages 15 points per match. Perfect pass. Gunesh through the middle. 11 Italy match out of Gunesh. Looked like pinball for a second there.
Drawn to go out with her middle a little bit to the front.
Tough ball, going back to Gunesh again. Wada. That's the Wada that they have relied upon in the past.
That is
one of the famous players from Japan's men's team as well, Nishida. So that was fun.
Yeah, we love love. We love love in the volleyball world.
Something to celebrate over there. Gunesh. Through the middle, different zones.
That you see out of Japan. If something's not working, they're changing, they're adapting, they're making this play look easy.
Strong first touch. They are working again and again.
Dynamic in her last step. Look how she powers off the ground. Her in front of her, and she can turn it back deep to that end line.
Seki from the back court, choosing it. Pass is on the money. Love both of those from Gizamorge.
You see them bring that ball down into the block when they don't need.
4-point run by Japan. Perfect pass, hit with a feather by Gunesh. It works.
Yeah,
fully in a Japanese uniform for a second. Tough serve, as requested. That'll end a 6-1 run. Back again. Wada. Seeing a little more activity from College up front right now. She has 5 blocks today. There she goes. Ball is good. Another block. Vargas and seeing that familiar double sub as Özdemir is in. And it brings in card for this Turkish team last time around.
Middles love. I feel
not to reach back, right? Because their libero usually grabs it. Seki to Wada from the back court. There she goes. Serving. Pass is good. Baladine. Well covered by Kalac. Özdemir goes the other way. Japan's block dominating the rally so far. Fukudome sets. Wada! It's the block, the story of the serving. Trouble serve, well picked up. Baladine blocked. And Santos.
Yeah, he's got some trade-offs to think about here, right? He's got a player like Baladin who's better at
Japan to go after Katakurt. They did not make the adjustment there. Made that dig look much easier than it was. Here she comes. Ball out, point. Karautasu. Oh, laser serve. Kojima gets underneath it. Karakurt, her first swing since coming back in. Karautasu, another laser serve. That one brought down on the Turkish side. Karakurt at the service line. Seiki. Block from Gunesh. She almost starts to celebrate and then says, no, wait, this is Japan. Karakurt serve number 2 to tie it up. Seiki back. What a dig. Orge starts that off. Yurik. Ball is good from Heidi.
Clever, patient swing. Gunesh is there trying to close the air keg, but there's a little bit of space. But
planning to go after her and serve receive, no question. First serve goes to Baladine. She handles it beautifully. And Yurik.
And as soon as you have a middle blocker who's served.
Heidi serve. Tough pass, well brought back by Uzbai. Sent back. Through the middle by Ishikawa. Over dig. And finished by Japan. Lead now 3.
I think that was heavily.
Heidi serving for the set. Orge's pass is good. Back to Vargas. Blocked to end the set. Yoshino.
System play on Japan, being the defenders guessing.
Goes the best receiver in. Outside Yoshino. There's the pace. Didn't we hear that request from? And she will need to play defense, as we always point out, when there's no libero on the floor. They go right at her, as expected.
And Rallies saying, look, they can't hit that deep. The blockers are there, but
Shimamura's serve. They're keeping the ball on Akos, and she is crushing the passing perfectly. Shot after shot falling by Japan. The way they bend it, yeah. Fair point. There's by Wada. Sent back with the block. Ishikawa sent back with the block with an exclamation point.
Last set where Japan have gotten impatient and swung.
A nice flat serve, Yoshino pass. Heidi. That's about as pretty an out-of-system set as you will get. Hyundai Baladine nails it. Yoshino off the block. Tied again.
Exploited, because look at the difference. Well, that one's just off Gunesh. In fact, really well-rounded gameplay.
Passing is good. And there is Vargas. Now she's shown a few different speeds. Kojima brings it back in. Yoshino tries to finish. Hyundai Baladine, that's why she's in, is to make plays like that.
Huge defensive effort from. You're giving yourself more opportunity to play.
Air kick serve down the line to Ishikawa. Try to push through. Yoshino again. This time a rip. Back to Vargas. Vargas picks that ball up. What a beautiful Erzbai. Ball has to go over. Over dig. Long rally. Back again. Shimamura goes head hunting from the right side. From her point of view,
It was out of her control.
they made me do it. Response registered by Ishikawa.
A lot of space to work with on that side.
Off the block and out. Turkiye perhaps inspired
To follow her.
trouble. Out of system. Block is waiting for it. She goes inside of the block.
You get up every time, but force him to go somewhere else.
Akwas. Lunesh. And again, slowed by the block, picked up. Oh, what a second effort by Vargas, and it's Heidi out of the middle with the finish. Locked up again. Another good pass. Options available, Baladin. Fukodome back to Ishikawa. Wada. Japan takes the lead. Japan since 7-6. Bounce down by Vargas. Brought outside, Ishikawa, off hands. Yeah, absolutely. Set Vargas over and over again. This is in her. Look for Vargas to get the ball over and over, and will Japan set away from her? Consecutive points by Turkiye. Kalac and Heidi serving to tie it up. Akaz. Vargas unloads. Well timed for the set. Outside, Yoshino off the block. Great serve, better pass. They do it. Turkiye is able to force a fifth. Whoever wins this set plays for a medal. Whoever does not is done with their Volleyball Nations League experience this season. Back to Vargas. Play it back again and again.
To figure out where they should prioritize, and Vargas.
Block is good. Gunesh here. Good first touch. Vargas yet again. Chased down. Wada. Dug by Uzbayo. Akwas. Good set. Turned too much. Turkiye, who asked for the challenge. ID serve. Vargas. It's tight ball. Very tight ball. Picked up. It's good. Vargas again. Gunesh. It's a free ball to Japan. Turkiye trying to outlast. It goes outside again. A couple of tough balls sent to Ercek's way. She handles them. And then finally dismissed. Gunesh. Strong first serve. Wada. That's the thing. When Wada comes alive,
High enough that it's difficult to average.
Great pass to start things off. Block is huge. Huge, Shimimura.
This team.
Vargas, this time a little higher up. Wada again, blast through the block. Japan in the driver's seat. Off hands, Ercek. Baladin got away from her, no touch. They do. She delivers. Beautiful pass. Shaheen answering the bell. That subbed in, doing a nice job working with her personnel. Pass is good. Oh, a dig. Shaheen takes a good swing. Here comes Wada. Oh my goodness, the defense on Turkiye's side. Change of pace. It's a free ball. Erkek. And finished. Karu Ishikawa serving. on mat. It's an ace by Ishikawa. Japan. Match point. The ball is good.